Welcome to our second tips and tricks session on creating sketches. So today we'll look at importing 2D data into a sketch and using that to create your geometry, as well as loading sketches from the Sketcher palette. So supported file formats that you can load into Creo. So these are items on the left. So it's a basic Creo drawing. You can take any existing Creo data and load that into your sketch. It can be section files, so previously saved sketches. You can load in IGES files to use that as a reference to create sketches, DXF or DWG, or also Adobe Illustrator files. And for the Adobe files, it has to be vector files that you can then load into your sketch. When you load these files in from other CAD systems, you often get problems in them. So maybe it was created in a 2D system where the guys will sometimes create lines on top of each other, or the lines are not properly connected, or they intersect, or is created a T-junction. So what Creo can do is, if you do have some of these problems, Creo can go and identify those items and then highlight them on the view. So if you look at the view on the right hand side, you'll see it will highlight as an example where there's overlaps or intersected sections, and it will highlight that, and you can then go and remove those sections or fix that on the item. When you load it in as well, you can specify which portion of the item you want to load. So if you select, as an example, a DXF of a drawing like this, it will show both views, and you can select which items you want to import into the sketch. Then the Sketcher palette, that is basically a library of saved sketches. So the software comes with a standard library of sketches, but you can also go and create your own library of sketches or add additional folders to the library and have it somewhere on your own machine, or maybe on a network drive or a shared drive that someone can access. And you can then set a config option. So this is the config option 2D_palette path that points to the folders wherever you've placed those files. And what Creo will then do is it will show them in your Sketcher palette as extra tabs, and you can basically double click on an item to place it, or drag and drop it into your sketch to use that from a standard library. So let's go and have a look at how we do this inside Creo. So inside Creo, I'll go and click on a plane. In my part, I'll click on the sketch icon. It will take me into the Sketcher. In the top left, I have the import option. I'll go and select the DXF file that I want to import. It gives me the option to select import everything or just select a portion of that. I want to just use a section of that. I'll left click, drag a box around the sections I want to import by holding in the left mouse button. If I then let go, it automatically selects all the sections. I'll click on OK, and that will then give me the option to go and place that somewhere on the screen. So if I pick on the screen, it shows me a scale factor, so it's scaled it so I can see it on the screen. If I wanted to have it the same as the imported section, I can change the value to 1. I can do it at the top, or just double click on the screen on the value. I'll change that to 1, and what I also want to do is change the reference point or my snapping point, and I can do that by moving my mouse over the icon, holding the right mouse button and drag it to a new location, and then let go of the button. And now I can simply go and left click, holding the left mouse button, drag it to the location where I want to place my sketch in space, and if I click on OK, there's my imported sketch from my DXF file. Now I've got all these other lines that was imported as well. Maybe they were center lines, or for whatever reason they're solid lines. If I don't want them, I can simply go and drag a box around them, hit the delete key to delete them, delete the other ones as well. It will now show me my imported section. The software has gone and created dimensions, so it's now a fully parametric sketch that I can change by just double clicking on the value and changing that. I want to keep it as it is, as it's from my DXF file in this scenario. I'll click on OK, and now I can use that imported sketch to create new features. If I go back and select on one of the faces and create a new sketch, this time I'll go back to the second icon, to my palette. So this shows the palette with some of my own saved sketches and some of the default ones inside the software, and I'll go and use the slotted hole, and I can simply drag and drop it onto my model, or double click and place it again. So I can scale it up or down, and if I close that and click on OK, there's my sketch with all the dimensions. I can go and add my own dimensions, make any changes to the items, sketch items, remove portions of that, and click on OK. And again, I can use that to create my geometry, either adding or removing material. So that's how we would import items and use items from a library inside Creo. So I want to thank you for joining the session. Please join us in the future for more sessions like this. Thank you.